I'm going to show you a simple way that you can add color and detail to your flowers. So using your marker, what you want to do is come into the center and make a little star with whatever color you like, and then come around the edges and do the same thing. So use some nice expressive marks to come in there and follow the contour of the outer edge. So I'm just rotating it and I'm just pulling the marker up around the edges. And I'll do that all the way around. And you can decide if you want all of your flowers to be the same color, or if you want to do as I did here, where you have some that are warm colored and some that are cool colored. Okay, so now I'm going to decide on my next color, and I'm just going to come out from the center, and I'm going to bring in the orange. And then decide on my other color, and maybe I'm going to come in with the pink. You just extend that all the way out so that you create a design that radiates out from the center. And you can see that the marker is going a little bit on my surface below. So that is an indication that you do want to have a little scrap paper underneath as you're doing this, because it is going to go off of the edge. And to ensure that it doesn't go on your table or anywhere you don't want the color, just put a piece of scrap paper down. And then before I do this next flower, I will wipe that up so it doesn't transfer. So because the colors do sort of layer over each other, just come in here with some orange to give that a little bit more vibrancy, and bring it into the center. And then for my last color, what I'm going to do is to just reinforce the brightness of the middle. I'm going to just bring in a little bit of yellow and just pull it so it radiates outward. Now if you have any opaque paint, you could add that to it, or you could go in with watercolors or whatever you have. But what you want to do is just create 7 flowers with a design, and these are going to then be folded up and come out to form the bunch of flowers in the center. Once you have your flowers created and you've colored them in, what you're going to do is come in and take out one triangle. You want to just take one of those out, and then what you'll do is you're going to glue this together, and then once it's glued together, you're going to fold it down so it sits down flat, and you're going to do that for all 6 of them. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take out one of the pieces first. So I'm following those fold lines, and again, having good creases at the beginning makes it easier to see where the lines are and to remove the piece. So I'll just come in there and do the same thing for everyone. Okay, so now it's time to come in with the glue. So you're going to want to separate these pieces here, and then get your glue stick, and you're going to put a scrap piece of paper down, and then just take one of those and fold it in, making sure it falls on the line. And then you just fold this flat so that it is a 3-petal flower. So just come in there, put that on there, fold it in flat. Alright, after trial and error, I figured out how to get these flowers together. So what you want to keep in mind is that you're only gluing at the top when you apply the glue. So I'm going to come in here, and my first one is I'm going to do the left petal and the right petal. And I'm going to take one of the flowers and I'm going to line it up on the one on the right and the one on the left. Okay. You can see my petals are looking a little battered, but I'm going to make it work. Alright, so then your next step is to put a little glue here on the top, on here on the top, and here on the top. So in the center 3. And then line it up. Make sure you apply pressure at the top of the petals, because that is where the adhesive is going to be. And line it up to the folds. And you can see that there's a little irregularity in my length, but I will fix that afterwards. So then your next step is to take these two and go 1, 2, 1, 2, and apply pressure, line it up on the left, on the right. Okay. Make sure that you apply the pressure at the top, because remember that's where the adhesive is. And then your last one is going to be on these top 3 petals. 1, 2, 3, just along the top there. And you're going to take that last folded set and put them up top. Okay? And then you're going to let it dry. And when you attach it, you'll be attaching it from here and here, and I'll show you that later. But then all of these things will just pop open. So you can see that they sort of pop open when you fold it. So that is the way that you put it together. To attach the flower when it is dry, you will take your garden. Imagine this is your painted garden. And you will situate this where you want it to be, whether you want it to be in the top, or the middle, or the bottom. And you simply want to apply glue to the middle flower here, and the middle of the petal here, and then you take it, line it up on the fold, and then apply pressure so that it sticks. And then when you open it up, you can see that the flowers will go from being flat to blossoming once you let it dry. Alright, so that is that. Let's try that again. So you can see that it goes like that, and then they blossom when you open it.